I joined the Job Corps because I wanted to learn something and get the education you need. And I want to get a job. I was tired of being dumb.
Reginald Perez is not dumb. Disadvantaged, a victim of circumstance, a hard luck boy, but not dumb.
Perez, let's let that job go for a while and work on these parking spurs. I'll show you how here. This is the road we're standing on now, coming down through here. Now we've got a 12-foot wide parking spur that runs off on an angle here for 40 feet.
Mr. Reed, I know how to do it.
Rap, how about working with Perez then? Now bring a stake and a hammer with you. Let's put one stake in here with this edge of the parking spur. Here's the tape, Perez. That's good. Here's a piece of flagging to tie on it. You remember your arithmetic, 12 feet?
Okay.
Perez, you ought to put your foot back there just a little bit while you're swinging that axe. You miss that log.
To give himself a second start in life, Perez joined the Job Corps late in 1965. Reginald Perez may be luckier than most boys. He's lived most of his life out of doors. He's used to sunshine and trees. But frustrations and dead ends for a country boy are just as real as they are for a boy whose life has been hedged and blocked by the endless labyrinths of city streets. In 1964, Congress established a Job Corps for those teenagers who cannot make it in their own world, who cannot find jobs, have little education, cannot maintain their self-respect, who have failed themselves or been failed by society. Young America seems bright and purposeful. But there is a core of social dropouts, outsiders who suffer a poverty of spirit. The Job Corps must return these outsiders to their society. Outsiders like Reginald Perez, Frank Rapp, Albert Coffey, Manuel Ibarra, Henry Rambo. Most corpsmen are haunted by the ghost of their past.
Well, the reason why I dropped out of school is because they wouldn't give me a chance.
I dropped out of school and I've learned my lesson.
Well, I dropped out because I didn't think I was getting enough in school. I dropped out of the 9th grade.
I was in 10th grade. When I got in 11th grade, the same year, I was walking around school and everything, talking, you know, my friends and stuff, having a good time. So then I went down to the counseling office. We were talking and everything, and he says, well, we're going to kick you out of school. A little bit of my fault, but I mean, they didn't put any effort to it to help me along.
I have time to, to stop and, concentrate on things more than I did in a public school because it was too many kids in a public school, which was 39, in one class. So the teacher really don't have time to talk with each individual.
But I mean, if he wants to learn, why not? God, give him a chance. I mean, if you don't give him a chance, he ain't going to learn nothing. I mean, somebody's got to help him along some way.
Well, my reason for joining Job Corps was because I couldn't pass the equivalent test to get in to the service. And what I was going to go into the Marines. I couldn't pass the test, so I waited for about 2 weeks, and I started working. And I got a letter from the draft board to go down to the unemployment office and see somebody about the Job Corps.
Yeah. I used to go to school in Markham Junior High School.
They're losers trying to become winners. Some, of course, will be unable to adjust to life as they find it, or as it has made them. For some, the last chance may be too late. For others, it may be a first chance.
where I made my mistake, was not finishing. I was only a year from finishing, I quit. Dropped out because I wanted to go to work.
Well, the reason why I joined the Job Corps, the reason I joined because I had this job, and I didn't like the job, too well, and I got tired of people saying, man, you been but a wino for the rest of your life, Well, I come to this place, to prove to them that I'm not going to be no wino for the rest of my life, And that's why I come here. And when I first come here, what they told me was that it'll be all right, And then after I got here and stayed, I've been for 7 months now. And they say they're going to get together. They're going to start having dances around here, but they're going to say one thing and then never do it.
I have no idea, Coffee, the reason you have the attitude you
Well,
do.
if I had a position like the rest of the guys have, I more feel like that I'd be comfortable, because I get tired of guys, joining on my back all the time, And this not, if a cat keep on my back, I'm not going to just tolerate them more. I'm going to do something.
If I were you, Coffee, the thing I would do is change my attitude a little more.
The way Coffee feels, I think he's wrong about it. I mean, to me, it's all right. I mean, me and him have different opinions about it.
I've been mistreated, so many times, I've been promising things and never got it,
But see, you think it'd be that the guys be picking on you or something, but they really be trying to help you.
You can't
I've
force
noticed
anybody
that.
to learn. If he doesn't want to learn, he doesn't want to learn.
A person, if he wants to, can learn almost anything.
The decision to join the Corps is their first step away from failure. But success means that each boy must seize the new opportunity and make it work for himself.
They pick work leaders of the camp, whatnot, different corpsmen that are qualified of leading a group of men, and for the group of men to obey them.
If they get more qualified teachers and get this thing rolling, they probably get some out of it. As long as keep the same teachers around, they get tired. They get tired looking at you all the time, and we get tired looking at them all the time. And if they get some more qualified teachers, we probably get more learning.
Well, I understand most of the guys, they say that Coffee is a nice guy. But then again, it just look like you don't care.
I mean, if you're going to do something, you're going to do it. Don't think about it. I mean, you got to learn if you can learn it.
I like it here. The work ain't hard. Because, they watch over you here. Back home, half of the time, when I got out of school, I didn't have nothing to do, and I would just go with the guys and mess around, go riding around, looking for a fight or something. And I got tired of that, so I just came up here. And, I mean, right here, you're in one place and you know that you're safe here. Because, you don't go out to do anything bad. I mean, I like somebody that, that wants to do something for me, while your mother and dad didn't have that much time.
Mom and Dad argued a lot. My mom had a divorce. Old man beat her up. A lot of things. And then we lived with my grandparents.
It was very good, nice at home. I have a nice mother, father. They are very nice to me, but sometimes I just get disgusted, don't want to be around home,
Going to school and working, part of the time, you hadn't got enough money to even spend on yourself, let alone anybody else.
What I want out of life is car and stuff like that, family, my own. And when I come home, I want money of my own, so when I bring it home, then I know I earned it. Nobody else earned it for me. Or nobody gave me a hand and told me, well, here's some money, take this, and support your family that way.
The Job Corps represents change. For many, the change is as simple as clean sheets on the bed, 3 regular meals a day, and some clean clothes. But the real change must happen inside each boy. The Job Corps hands him the tools, a book, a teacher, a place. But like Reginald Perez, each boy must provide his own push. A tool needs a hand to pick it up.
Are having lunch. They are sitting at the table. Walter,
Reginald Perez is a functional illiterate, a high school dropout. With the beginning of his re-education in the Job Corps, he's begun to see his mistakes. His new perspectives and sense of achievement make him eager to pass his lessons on to his brother. He is determined that his brother will not follow in his footsteps.
I'm worried about my brother because he can't read too good, and I don't want him to have the same problems I did. And I don't want him to drop out of school. I'm trying to keep him in school.
If he didn't go to school, he'd be like me. I mean, he couldn't get a job or nothing.
Go ahead. I didn't hurt the ball. Walter whispered.
What's the last letter?
Whispers.
Right.
I filled
Right.
the holes in his bowling ball with sand.
Be sure, go back over it, read it again to yourself. Be sure you know it, and I'll give you the test.
To instructor Eric Anderson, Reginald Perez is the kind of student he joined the Job Corps to help.
Since I arrived 6 months ago, I've found that the non-readers are the ones that I enjoy working with the most. I feel that they have the eagerness which some of the others don't have. They've sat in classrooms for anywhere from 8 to 10 years, and somehow it's all passed them by. They've been promoted, but they really haven't learned to read. And so you can imagine how they feel after they've been here for only 2 days and they can read a sentence, something they've never done before in their lives. And that sentence is, I am an ant. We were concerned at the beginning that since we were using books, which first graders also use, with little baby pictures on the front, that they would feel ashamed of this. They'd want to hide the books away and wouldn't want to admit to anyone that they couldn't read. And we found that just the opposite is true. And then as they progress through the books, they're quite proud to tell anyone, I'm now in book 5, now I'm in book 7. And this is very encouraging to us because we see this progress and their enthusiasm. My feeling is that if a man can't read, what else can he do?
And a secret. He is whispering his secret.
Okay, I corrected the
One of the hardest lessons Anderson has to teach, and the students have to learn, is that in the Job Corps, the only competition is between a boy and his own abilities.
50 questions, so that's a 41.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Many boys find it difficult to break themselves of the competitive anxieties of the world they have left behind.
Miss Anderson, I don't think you passed grade is cool. I want to go on. No, I believe I'm capable to read better than he are. I like to know, can I go take my test and finish it so I can go to level 1, too?
Where are you in the books now?
Well, I'm in book 4.
How do you feel now, back in book 4? Is book 4?
Well, I know most of the words in book 4.
But if you don't go back up through the rest of the books to book 9, what's going to happen? You're going to miss all those words in between, don't you think?
Well,
Huh?
I probably would, but in a way I wouldn't because I know most of the words already.
You're the best one to know what you don't know, right?
If I might take time with me, I could learn a little more.
If I put you up to book 11, do you feel that you'll be able to pass the test?
Yes, I believe I can pass it.
I'll give you the test, and whatever score you make, that's the level that I'll put you at, okay?
It sounds reasonable to me.
Progress is measured by the mastery of words and the mastery of numbers. When he arrives, each boy is tested and placed at his own level. Though all the boys hunger for instant knowledge, they must move at their individual rates through their academic and vocational courses. Once a boy has mastered the skills taught at the Conservation Center, he moves on to more intensive training. Math teacher Bill Day explains the importance of the training.
We find that most of the corpsmen that come in at first are more interested in literacy than in math skills. On the other hand, we have several that have the aptitude to go into more technical math, such as electronics and so forth. And of course, we have a few that come in for more technical training, such as technicians. The cooks, for example, must know how many ounces there are in a cup, and technicians must know several things about measurement. But after working with them, I'm proud to say that the average corpsman that we work with can pass, I believe, a test that a ninth grader would fail. And this, to me, is personal satisfaction.
An instructor's work doesn't end when the classroom empties.
Bill, I want to ask you about coffee. I've been having this problem with him in reading, and I wondered if maybe you had it in math, too.
You having trouble with him? Problem reading?
Each boy is an individual challenge, and often a unique problem.
Some days he reads real well. He seems like he should be much further on than where he is. And then the next day, he doesn't seem to know anything. I get the feeling that he's pretending he doesn't know how to read anymore. And
Oh, in math,
he's been going through all these books, and it just
I
hasn't
can't
worked out.
say he's pretending in math. I think he's really putting out there.
I've talked to him in the evenings and on Saturdays, and he's come in on his own and wanted help, and we've started talking then. But yet the problem remains. I'm wondering if this is real or if it's all put on. I can't understand what his motive is.
Coffee is just holding him back.
Yeah.
There must be a solution somewhere.
Sometimes I wish I had the psychiatrist training to be able to work these things out.
It would help.
The main thing, this place is no good, and I'm not learning anything, and I just want to go home,
What would you be doing if you went home, Robert?
Well, if I went home, it'd probably be the same thing, but...
And the boys themselves are too committed to their program to stop when the sun goes down.
Man, this place is just like a peanut shell.
How do you expect to get a job, Coffee, with no background, no education?
Well, I believe up to now, I got enough background.
Restlessly, they search for the answers to the problems that brought them here.
The reason I come to job corps is to get a better background so I can have a high-paying job.
Coffee, I feel this way. If you can't make it in here, you can't make it out there.
Yeah, but you said yourself you came to the job corps so you get a better start in life. And
Yeah.
yet you're not willing to stay here to try to make that better start. You're going to go back home and go back to right what you were doing before.
And the Corps provides each dormitory with a counselor to guide, to lead, to cajole.
He went home and everything, and I went over his house to visit him and everything. His mom and dad invited me in, for dinner and all that stuff. And he was talking to me, he asked me about the job, and all this junk, and I asked him if he missed it. But he wouldn't admit it, though. I mean, he wouldn't admit it to himself. I said, do you miss it? And he goes, well, no. And I said, why not? He says, because I don't really care. Really deep down inside of you, you care, but you just don't want to admit it to yourself.
Coffee, me and my buddy joined the job corps at the same time. We come out here at the same time, got on the station, the same base. Now, he got fed up with the job corps. He said he didn't need the job corps. He got himself a job. Now, when I went home, he told me himself, he said he wished he was back in the job corps.
How come Reggie here and Phil have been able to make progress here where you haven't?
It's a slight difference. People think more of them than they do of
Oh,
me.
no, they don't think no more of me than they do of you. Because, matter of fact, I think they think more of you than they do of me.
I mean, you're scared to take a step which is too big for you. You think you can't handle it. I mean, you're older. You should be old enough to use your own mind. I mean, if you make a mistake, it's your mistake. Nobody else's. Nobody's pulling you back. I mean, if you want to go head on, you go head on. I mean, nobody's going to stop you.
finding yourself is hard work, especially when you've failed in the past.
But now that I got the chance to learn, I'm taking it. I want to be a heavy equipment operator. Eventually, I'll learn how to read so I can make it through life and get the things I want out of life.
A boy gets lonely, and his thoughts turn homeward. But when you cannot write, other hands must put your private thoughts on paper. Steve Dubois is a VISTA volunteer. VISTA is the domestic equivalent of the Peace Corps. He helps wherever he can.
What we do for you tonight? Okay. Okay. Who's this one to?
To Reggie Perez, home is always in his thoughts.
What's her name?
Home is the place that made him what he is, that he must understand to go on.
Rest home for people, but she...
And to his mother at home, the Job Corps means hope for her son.
I do worry a great deal about Reggie and how he will cope with the world and the experience of not knowing to read and to write, and how will he accept a job, and how will he hold a job without a diploma or anything else like that if they didn't have this Job Corps in line that will help other boys in the same situation he is. Well, Reggie went into Job Corps about 3 months after he was out of school. But they notified me by mail that he was not to attend the school because he was too old. But I'm very satisfied with Reginald being in this school. Very, very pleased. He's seemed like he's more stable. Maybe he'll be accepted in the service someday, I hope, and can sit down and write me a 5 or 6 page letter. But I'm hoping every day.
Well, I learned how to read better, I learned math better, learned how to work better, and do a lot of things better. Oh, I like working, actually. Yeah, you gotta work in this world.
I just got here, and I think the work is enjoyment right now.
I learned how to carpenter and pour cement and a whole lot of stuff.
They showed how to do a lot of things here. And I learned a lot.
The Job Corps purpose is to help young men and women build their futures. Toward this end, every tool is employed. All the rural centers are conservation centers. The work done, which is half the program, enriches our parklands and, most important, strengthens the body along with the spirit. The Job Corps conservation centers are places of renewal, where the lost of our society can come, can learn, can grow, and can cleanse themselves before moving on to usefulness. Each corpsman has a dream. For Reginald Perez, that dream is to ride a piece of heavy machinery. When he has mastered reading and mathematics, when he has found the peace that work in the forest gives a man, he will go on to master his skills, fulfill his dream, and continue with confidence in himself. Some will go on to the army. Others will want to finish school. And some may even be ready to get and keep a job in private industry. Some will go home to the life they left. Hopefully, each will fulfill his dream.
I like to work with my hands. I like to use them. I want to think. And, you know, to do something.